Hey, this is lesson 3-1 for geometry. We're going to talk about lines and angles. It asks you to choose the concept from the list above that best represents the item in each box. In this first box, they are focusing on these two shaded areas. These two shaded areas are parallel planes. They are planes that are across from one another and they will never touch. Number 2, you have two parallel lines that are cut by a transversal. When that happens, a series of different types of angles are produced. The ones that are marked in this picture are referred to as alternate, exterior angles. Because they are on alternate sides of the transversal, that's the transversal, they're on different sides of the transversal, and they're on the exterior. You can think of this kind of like a sandwich, and the part between the bread would be the interior, and the part on the outsides would be the exterior. This is a representation of a plane. Number 4, you see that you have the same situation as 2. You have two parallel lines that are cut by a transversal. You know that they're parallel because they have these little airplane indicators on them, and this is the transversal. Now, the two angles that are being discussed in number 4 are on the same side of the transversal, and they're both on the inside of the sandwich. So these are same side, interior angles. The lines here, this line and this line, they are skew. Skew lines are lines that never touch, but they're not parallel because they're not in the same plane. Number 6 is another picture of parallel lines cut by a transversal. These lines are in the same position. They're both on the same side of the transversal, and they're both above the parallel line, on the left and above, on the left and above. So these are called corresponding angles. Number 7, that's just a picture of two parallel lines cut by a transversal. The transversal is shaded darker. That's what they want you to indicate there. Number 8, those are parallel lines. Number 9, these are angles in parallel lines cut by a transversal, and they are on different sides of the transversal, but they're both inside the sandwich. So these are called alternate interior angles. Okay? So let's look at what they're asking us to do here. It says use the diagram to name each of the following. So let's name a plane. A plane here could be any of several. The plane that I'm going to name is the plane at the top. Plane Q, R, S, T, U. A pair of parallel planes could be the top and the bottom. It could be this side. I'm going to use this one and this one. So I'm going to name QRVW is parallel to T, put the parallel symbol in there, TYXS. Okay, I'm going to highlight that symbol. That's the parallel symbol. all lines that are parallel to QR. Here's QR. To be parallel to QR, you have to be in the same plane. So I could use VW. I could use TS. I could use YX. Those three are parallel to QR. Two lines that are skew to ST. ST is here. Skew lines are lines that are not parallel but also won't touch. So I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to go with RW. And I'm also going to use, I can't use VW because it's parallel. I could use XW. All lines that are parallel to plane T, S, X, Y. That's this plane over here. Lines that are parallel to that would be QR, VW, that would be those two, RW, UZ, and QV. Okay, next picture. Describe this statement as true or false. Line AB is parallel to line DE. That's true. Plane ABE, that's this end over here, and plane ACF, that's the one at the back. Are they parallel? No, they touch it. AD, so that is false. They intersect. Plane ABC, that's this triangular plane on the end, and plane DEF, they are parallel. That's true. AD and BE are skew. That's false. They are in the same plane. They are parallel. Name all the pairs of each type of angles in each diagram. Name the two lines and transversals that form each pair. Okay, this is a very busy picture. I'm going to change the picture. We're going to have line A and line B cut by transversal T. And we're going to name the corresponding angles in this picture. Remember, corresponding angles are angles that are in the same position. So if I start with 2, 2 is above the parallel line and it's on the right of the transversal. What angle from this picture is above the parallel line and on the right of the transversal? 6. So angle 2 and angle 6 are a corresponding pair. Angle 1 is on the left of the transversal and above the line, and so is angle 5. So angle 1 and angle 5 are a corresponding pair. Angle 4 corresponds to angle 8, and angle 3 corresponds to angle 7. Okay, now I'm going to start with a fresh picture for number 11. We have parallel lines, A and B, cut by transversal T. And I named them 1, 2, 3. Let me make sure I'm naming them the same. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I want alternate interior angles. Well, this is the interior. So it's angles that are between the two pieces of bread or between the sandwich. But they're on alternate sides of the transversal. So it would be angle 3 and angle 6, and then angle 4 and angle 5. So you only have 2 pair of alternate interior angles. Okay, same picture. Same side interior. So they're going to be on the same side of the transversal, but on the interior. So that would be angle 4 and angle 6, and then angle 3 and angle 5. Alternate exterior angles. Now these are on the exterior. And on alternate sides of the transversal. So angle 2 and angle 7, and angle 8 and angle 1. Okay. Decide whether each pair of angles are alternate interior, same side interior, corresponding, or alternate exterior. Well, 1 and 2 are on the outside of the sandwich, so we know that they're exterior. And they are on alternate sides of the transversal. There's your transversal. You might need to kind of turn your page this way. So we're going to call these alternate exterior angles. Number 15, 1 and 2 are both inside the sandwich, so they're on the interior. They're on alternate sides of the transversal, so these are alternate interior angles. Number 16, in order to look at the picture like you're used to seeing with the transversal going up and down, you need to turn your paper. So these are actually both above the line and on the right of the transversal. So they're actually in corresponding positions. So these are corresponding angles. Now these are on the same side of the transversal and they're in the interior. So these are same side interior. Okay, let's do this one here. Let's do 21. We'll talk about the other 3 when we're in class together. It says, name 2 pairs of locations that represent alternate interior angles. I'm going to focus on this line, and this transversal for this first one. Alternate interior, I'm going to call it the bank and town hall. And then I'm going to use the post office and the museum. Same side interior, I'm going to use the bank and the museum and the post office and the town hall. Corresponding angles. I don't have anything here that's corresponding, so I'm going to transition. I'm going to focus on this line and this line and this transversal. And corresponding is going to be the park and the high school. And town hall and playing fields. Right there and right there. Corresponding angles. Corresponding. That was what I just did, was corresponding. So let's scoot down here. And let's do alternate exterior. That would be the library and the playing fields. And then it would also be the museum and the high school.